everyone, this is Trisha and welcome to my channel. So I am outdoors and it is super windy, so please excuse the wind blowing my camera a little bit around and excuse my appearance. I've had a really busy week, hardly slept at all last night, and I've been wanting to come out here earlier in the afternoon, but I really needed a little nap, and my little nap turned into like just 5 minutes. So this is what I look like after waking up from 5 minutes and realizing it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because the earlier part of my day just got busy with so many things. But I'm out here, and my previous video was on the floor of my pergola where they were putting in the cement. Oh, sorry. The wind is blowing the umbrella and it's shaking the table, and I'm trying to hold the camera still, but it's not working. So please forgive all that, and I hope you can hear me. Anyway, so I did a video of the floor on the pergola being done. It's all completely dry now, of course, and they've removed the wood frame that they had put around it to, you know, create the shape, and which is just a rectangle. But anyway, they've removed that. I already put some potted plants on the pergola over there. A lot of the plants that I had everywhere else, I moved them over there, and then I realized, you know what, I want to do like a before and after, so I will be doing that. And then I also had a little corner that I wanted to move a dog house into, because I want to bring my mom's dogs over here. But I was also waiting on a little fence, and I already got that little fence, and I took my time ordering it because I wanted to make sure that I got a little fence. They're little chihuahuas, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like a short little fence, because all I kept finding was 2 feet tall, and I thought, well, we don't know that the little dogs ever jump over anything. My mom's never seen them do that, but because they'll be in a new home, this is something new to them, might be scared, they might attempt to jump over it. So I wanted to find something taller, and I found a 40-inch tall fence, and it just comes in like little panels. You can put it however you want. You don't have to use all the panels, and it has a little gate. So I will show you all of that. So all that little talking that I just did right now is probably not even necessary, because that's not the whole point of my video today. The point of my video today is that I got some seeds. I love desert roses, and I love to you know, just buy them, you know, small or whatever size I can find them, depending on the prices and such. And now I've also brought over, you know, my dad's desert roses. I brought a bunch of them to my house that were potted, and some of the pots were, you know, breaking or something, so I've been repotting some of that, and I'll be using that to decorate around the pergola, some on the front porch. But anyway, I do want to do a video where I show you all of that. Anyway, so I ordered some seeds, and this is the first time that I ever try germinating desert rose seeds, and I've got them right here. I paid like $8 and some change, almost $9, I guess, with the taxes and everything, for these what are called rare purple. Here's the little packaging, the name on it. Well, let me see. Yeah, right there. That's a little packaging, and it was supposed to be 4 seeds, but they gave me a little bit extra in there. It says 4 rare purple, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from what I see in there. Now, I don't know if they're all good. I'm hoping at least something just flew off, and I'll pick it up in a minute. That's the stuff that I'm going to use for planting these seeds. And it's just because of the wind is so strong, and even though I put something in the containers, they still flew off. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be my first time, and of course I went for the most rare thing I could find, because I really want a purple flower, you know, the desert rose with a purple flower. I could have ordered some seedlings, or maybe shopped around and see if I could find somebody that has it. But I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and order these. My mom was like, order them, let's see what they like. Because she loves them too. Because they're obviously very low maintenance kind of plants. So, you know, they'll grow here in the South Texas, and they're okay with, you know, the dryness here and the humidity. So anyway, so for her, that's an easy plant. So she doesn't have to be outside watering them. So she's always loved them. And well, they've become something that I've loved now for like maybe the past 3 or 4 years. I love them. So kind of a little obsessed with them. And not only that, but there's another one called Crown of Thorns that I absolutely love. My husband doesn't really like them because they have so many thorns, but you know, I feel like, oh, you know, he doesn't have to take care of them, it's me. So anyway, I got these seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and try and germinate these. 5 minutes have already gone by. Let me go ahead and pick up all my mess, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow some instructions that I saw on 2 videos, so I'm going to kind of combine the both ideas. I don't remember one of the videos, but the other one is called Maria's Garden. A lovely lady out in Florida, and she has tons of desert roses. I believe she has a nursery out there, and she does have a site where she sells them. So I'm going to try and get all that information and put them in my description box below the video and show you that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and show you what I'm doing. All right, so here I have a little container. It's a little scoop here that I've got some nice, clean, cool water in there. And I'm going to put the seeds in there to soak them a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm scared that they're gonna go flying everywhere, so I want to do this very carefully. So I just want to put them in there. Oh, there's one more in there still. Come on. There we go. Okay, so then he just pushed them down. This what I watched in the video. He pushed them down. He said they're not really all gonna go down. They're gonna possibly float, and that's okay. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Some of them are down at the bottom, and I can see that one of these is not really a full seed. It's just like a little husk. Or is it a seed? I don't know. Let's put that back in there. I'm going to throw whatever's in there in the soil. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. He said to let it soak for about an hour or so. So we're going to put these aside and do that. All right, everyone. So I have a pan here, a little foil pan that I purchased. And I realized I wasn't recording anything. I've already put soil in it. But I did at the bottom of the pan. I used a little knife to make some little X marks and poke little holes, so I have draining holes at the bottom. And this is some potting mix that already has fertilizer in there. Now I watched 2 videos, and one of them is Maria's Garden. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but she just put the seeds on here. She didn't soak them or anything. She just put them on here, and then she put a light, very light layer of more of the soil on top. And that's what I was going to do originally, but then I saw this other video, and the young man poured boiling water in there, and he said it was to sterilize the soil, make sure it's nice and clean, and that's all he did. But I'm afraid if I use like a boiling water or any hot water in there, it might kill the fertilizer that's already in there. And the soil is pretty good in this bag, but I thought I'd try it anyway. But I'm going to use the hot water that's in my hose right now, because you leave a hose out in the sun, and it's kind of that has a little spout, the little spout at the end where you can close it. Whatever water gets trapped in the hose and it's been sitting in the sun, it gets super hot. So I'm going to use that to pour into the soil, and since I'm waiting for the seeds anyway, that'll drain out, and then I'll allow it to cool. And if it's not cool, then you pour some cold water on it. So that's what I'm going to do with this. And then it'll probably be ready another couple of hours, and then I can go ahead and put the seeds in there, and then do the rest of the what I have to do. So let me go and get that hot water on here and pour it on there. Okay, so I went ahead and I tested the water, and it is hot. So I'm gonna soak it like that, just like that, and then I'm gonna let that drain out completely and let it cool off. And if it hasn't cooled off sufficiently, I will use the hose again, where I'll just make sure all the hot water's out of the hose. And besides, it'll be later in the evening, and the water should be cool by then, or the hose should be cool by then. And actually, the water that came out wasn't like super hot like normally, because I guess it's now been sitting there in the shade. But anyway, if there's a little mama cat, I feel like I don't know if I mentioned this, but because this has soil, this has fertilizer in it, and if I feel like maybe that might damage the fertilizer in there, so what I'll do is I'll add just a little tiny sprinkling of fertilizer to that soil. So let's leave that alone, let it rest. I'm going to come out and do the cool water on it with the same hose, and then I'll be back we'll put the seeds in there. All right, so now I have a second foil pan, and I'm placing in here some little white rocks. I'm actually using these marble chips only because I thought they were nice. So I bought these instead of just like the regular ones. They could just be any kind of rocks that are nice and big like this. So I'm gonna put quite a few of them in the pan. And I'm gonna like this one and these two are kind of tall, so I'm gonna put one on each side and then just kind of put the other one so that they're sort of, you know, oh my gosh, sorry about all that. The wind is just picking up so much more now. This is like 2 hours later. I had my dinner, it was yummy. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some water and then just kind of fill it to about halfway up, like the bigger rocks. Let me add more in here. I feel like I want more in here to kind of hold everything down so it doesn't go flying off. Okay, so I'm gonna put some water in there. Just some nice, cool water. There you go. Oh, it's been so fast, so I don't have that white little dirt on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That way I can have nice, clean, clear water in here. So I'm gonna put water and just kind of move this around. Then I'm gonna go ahead and drain this water out of here. Probably have to do it a couple of times because there's some residue at the bottom, but I think it'll just stay at the bottom. It'll settle down eventually. And then I'll rearrange these rocks back kind of the way that I had them. Okay, so that's about halfway, maybe a little more. Okay, so I'm back here with this pan that has the soil in it. And I'm gonna go ahead and, oops, I dropped one of the little seeds in there. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is, right here. And I'm gonna pour out this water here, holding onto that little seed there. And there's some more seeds at the bottom. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place the seeds just like that on the top of the soil. That little one right there. All right. And I've got about 6 or 7 of them. So 2, 3, I'm gonna do 4, 5, they're sticking to my fingers. And then 6 and 7. I'll just pour the rest of that water right in there. Okay, so this is all that the boy that, or the gentleman, a young person sounded like, did on his video. He just left them like that on top. But Maria's video, and because I know that Maria is very successful with her desert roses, I'm gonna kind of go with her on this part, and the part where the rocks is also hers. He just did this. He just put the seeds on top of here and left it alone. She did the tray with the rocks and the water, and then just a light sprinkling of soil on top. And I suppose that's just to keep them from blowing away. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the clear lid that came with them. I'm gonna put that on there. So let's move over to the rocks. All right, so it is the next day. Yesterday I finished off doing everything with the seedlings, and I put them in a little spot where I thought they were in a good place. I come back this morning, they're still in the same place. Now, I took all the video last night to edit so that I could post the video last night. Unfortunately, the last part I didn't record it. I obviously didn't hit record because I don't have that. But it is just basically what I did with the little tray that had the rocks, and then the tray that had the seeds in it. So let me show you that. All right, so here it is. I have the tray with you can see the soil in there. That's where the seeds are. And I put this plastic lid on it. I made 4 holes in there so there could be some ventilation, because there's nothing that says to completely cover them. So I left a little ventilation in there. And the reason that I'm covering it is because I don't want my little cat that's outside, or any other cat that might come into the yard, thinking it's a sandbox and then dig through it and get those seeds. So let me go ahead and remove the tray, because I have it on top of the other tray with the rocks and the water. Okay, so there's the tray with the rocks and the water. So what I did also is I just taped this down, the lid, So I can easily untape it and, you know, add a little bit of water, just a mist of water, which is what I did yesterday. I added a mist of water in there and then covered it up, and I put this on here just so that it won't fly away, because I mean it snaps on here, but you know, it's not the best type of system here, so you don't want it, you want to secure it. And so this was placed on top of here, and then, you know, the next day you come and you just empty this out, pour out the dirty, you know, the water, and then put in some fresh water. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it in the afternoon, so that way it'll be 24 hours, and it's super sunny and hot right now. There's no wind, which is nice for the video. So, but anyway, yeah, inside there is the tray with the soil, and then I just placed it on top of there. That's why I was saying that I was going to place a tall rock and a tall rock, you know, and then kind of disperse the other ones to kind of give it sort of a bit of a leveling, and then I can put it away in a little spot, and I'll show you where. All right, so I have this little corner here. I've got all these plants. Some of these have to be potted. They're brand new. And then I've got some over here. So I decided to put them on this little metal table. Now the rocks are super heavy, so they're gonna move. I already had it here last night, and of course it was super windy yesterday and last night, and everything's fine. So I'm gonna put it back in here because it's had some sun, but then it'll have some shade, but there'll still be sun, you know, the warmth of the sun getting in there. So that's where it's at, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll do some sort of a video update in the future, see how they're growing or not. So I'll let you guys know. Or you can just keep reminding me, hey, whatever happened to those seeds you planted? Oh, look at this. I just wanted to show you this. She was looking so sad. I put water in there yesterday and she's perked up, but she needs to be in a little shady area. So I'm going to tuck her underneath this spearmint right here. Right there. And then I got this calla lily. I was shopping with my mom and she saw it and I said, pick a color. She picked that one. I think it's from Lowe's or Home Depot. Home Depot, yeah. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Those are my, I think they're called Adenium or something like that. The desert rose. It's a purple, rare. Hopefully, we'll find out. If not, well, we'll see. But I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up and leave a kind comment down below. And if you have any advice on desert roses, let me know so that everyone else can read your comment and they can share your advice. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and as always, enjoy.